Everybody.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, we're going to give everybody just a few more, half a minute or so to get on. But I see we definitely have guests on the line, and I know that we also have some already Isogenics and our ISA family people on. So welcome everybody. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit before this night is up. We'll have a few minutes together, and we're going to go over, of course, why we love this program so much, and kind of the basic information about it, so that by the end of this time together, hopefully you guys will have enough information to see if it's something you'd like to look into further. And if you're already on this amazing program, then hopefully you'll learn even more about the program so that you can share it with the people that you care about. Sound like a good deal?
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Because if you're muted out, y'all can do sign language to me, so I know you're there. That's good. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you have any background noise, if you would just touch your phone and find the little mute button and mute out your line for me, that would be great. I do not have the ability to mute you guys out. I don't think. No, I do not. So I see Donna, if you would mute out, and just anybody else that hasn't muted out already, if you would mute out. And then what I will do here in just a little bit is I will open it up for questions. And at that point, when I have time for you guys to ask questions, then all you have to do is unmute yourself. And that way everybody can hear really good. Okay? So welcome again to the call. I'm looking forward to sharing some information with you. I do have a tendency to talk really fast when I get excited, so I'll try to make sure I don't get to going too fast. If I do, for those of you who give me sign language, you guys can just do like this or something, like, Gale, you're talking too fast, so give me a sign. But I get so excited. I'm more excited today about this company and about the program and about the health benefits than I was 5 years ago when I was introduced to the program. So I'll tell you, if it's okay with you guys, I'll tell you a little bit about why I chose this particular nutritional system, and then I'll tell you a little bit of facts about the program as well. But when I was first introduced to Isogenics, I'll just be candid with you guys. I literally was, for 4 years before I ever actually started the program, a friend of mine would mail me information about the program, and I just wasn't open. I didn't read the information really, but I just didn't have a clue what it was. I will tell you that I have lived to regret that decision. So if you're on this computer tonight, on this Zoom call, and you're a guest, and it's the first time that you hear about this product and this program, I want you to listen with an open mind and an open heart, and do not have the same regrets that I had or have for waiting so long. But in all honesty, I figured that they were trying to get me to sell something, because I had been in network marketing for years, was very accomplished in another company, and I was done with that part of my life. If any of you guys can relate, I was not going there again. And so I wasn't open, and I knew that I didn't want to sell anything, so I was like, wouldn't even look into the program. Well, here we are 5 years later. I have definitely been using the program. It has changed me and my family's health dramatically, and I'll tell you more in a little bit. But I will share with you that, the only thing that, if I could force anybody to do anything, I would force people to take this nutritional program for 90 days. Seriously, I wish it was like a law or something. So 90 days, because that's when the magic really starts to happen in the body, as the body starts to be able to go into homeostasis, into balance. So when I finally looked at the program, I was, of course, already working with clients. I am certified in natural health, and so I was already helping people through their dietary changes and through, different facets of natural health. And of course, our health isn't all about just what we put in our mouth. We are a whole being, right? And so this is a holistic program. And holistic simply means we're looking at the body as a whole, not any kind of religious thing. Some people get confused. Holistic just means it is the whole body, looking at how can we make our bodies work optimally with the nutrition that we put in. So I was already working with clients. I started to use the program myself because it was brought to my attention that it would help dramatically with my daughter who is autistic, and she's 25 now, and she was 20 when we started her on this program. And that's what made me finally stop after 4 years of literature coming to me to stop to look at this program, was because it was shared with me by yet another friend that it could really make a big difference for her brain chemistry, and all of the things that I was already doing for her. We already did a lot of chelation, detoxing. We had already been a gluten-free and dairy-free family for 14 years. So long before it was cool to be gluten-free and dairy-free, we were doing it to try to help her. And so when I found out that this program was gluten-free and that the protein was like nothing else, and I'll tell you about that later, but that she could use this program and that there was a chance it would help her detox even more than we had already done through intravenous chelation and different things like that. I was pumped. How many of you have children? I know a few of you, I can see you. If you have a child, raise your hand just so I know you're out there. Okay, would you take a bullet for your kid? Yes. Okay, so I was taking bullets since she was 2 years old. I've been trying to figure out how to help her. I would do everything within my power. That is what initiated me to become certified in natural health and reach out to other families that were suffering as well with different ailments. So I literally listened, got her on the program, and my daughter was born completely healthy. She has mercury poisoning from her shots. And so I will not go into a lot of detail, but educate yourself. If you have children being born today, if you have grandbabies, you need to really educate yourself. My daughter would not be this way had I not been a young, naive mother thinking that it was good to get immunizations. Just saying, okay? And I know that's a sensitive subject. The jury's not out, though. It's real. It's happening. So with that said, I knew that I needed to detox her from the mercury and the heavy metals that remained in her body. When I started her on isogenics, I literally just did it, she and I at first, because anything I did for her, I wanted to do for myself. And after researching it to death and understanding that it was the purest form of food and whole nutrition that I could possibly put in her body, I was so excited to not have to meal prep, not only for me being a fitness instructor, but that meal prepping is a big deal. If any of you guys are doing it, it's not fun. And it's expensive, but it's worth it. And so when I found out about this program, we started her on the program. I started on the program incognito. I was in the closet doing it. I wouldn't tell anybody I was using the program because here I was already working with people through natural health. I was helping them with their dietary needs. We were looking at essential oils. I mean every facet from emotional, spiritual, just healthy is not just one thing. It's many things. And so the whole being, right? Well, when I started on the program in the closet, I started Bailey on the program. My husband was like, whatever, y'all do y'all's thing. In literally 24 hours, I'm not exaggerating, in 24 hours, the wow factor was so crazy in my body that I was sold. And I was a lifer, and within 24 hours. I slept all night long for the first time in 16 years. My husband said, what is that stuff you're doing? Because you slept like a rock. I was like, I know, I feel so rested. And so I don't know if any of you guys can relate, but that sleep is worth $1 million. And so that was the first thing I noticed. And then I noticed that I woke up with energy, and I was in menopause. If there's any men on the phone on here, sorry guys, you're just going to have to hear the real deal here. But how many of y'all know why it's called menopause? Men? Oh, pause, right? Okay. So anyway, I literally was having a few mood swings, and things like that go along with that part of life. And I noticed that my husband, within 3 days, come to me and he said, I want to do what you're doing. And I'm like, why? You are so not on board. And he said, well, you're really a lot calmer and you're sleeping like a rock still 3 days in. And I'm like, I know. And so long and short is he is now 100% on board, and his health is dramatically different. And that's a good thing. But, and so the other thing I noticed with me personally was I was a fitness instructor, group fitness instructor, and my energy was crazy stable. Not nervous energy, because it's not caffeine. It was just very much a cellular healthy energy. And the girls that are half my age at the gym that I would be teaching be going like, what in the world do you do? How do you have so much energy? I was not having to have recovery time. I was just not having to come home and lay down and rest. It was really pretty cool. And so with Bailey, I'll tell you about with Bailey, with my daughter, who, remember, we started her on the program. That was what caught my attention, was what it could do for her. Had no idea that I was going to have all these crazy health benefits, and my pain in my joints went away too, and it hasn't been back in 5 years. So that's another little major added bonus. But with her, I really didn't notice, if you guys have special needs children, or if you're with little children or whatever all the time, when things change, you're with them every single day, every minute, and you may not realize that things are changing. So 2 weeks into the program, my mother-in-law stopped by unexpected, and she said, hey, your daughter, she said, what are you doing different with Bailey? And I said, what do you mean? She said, well, Gale, you were in your office, and we've been talking for 30 minutes. She didn't hand flap. She didn't repeat herself. She carried on a conversation. I mean, she was so alert. I mean, like, something is way different. Guys, it had been 2 weeks. And I said, well, we started on this new cellular cleansing program, but I don't know that I've really noticed anything different. She's like, what? She goes, whatever you're doing, I want to do what Bailey's doing. Seriously, to this day, my mother-in-law is 75 years old, and she's still on the product and loves it 100%. And it's done a great thing for her too. But anyway, so let me tell you what is it that we do? What does the program look like? And then through this course of the next few minutes, like I said, hopefully I'll give you enough information so that you can make an educated decision on if you want to go further and get a hold of the person that invited you onto this Zoom tonight, and ask them, hey, shoot me some videos, or give me some more information on this program. But there's basically 5 core products, and it would be, I like to explain it like this, because if you guys have ever been to a beach, now we live on the coast, so we live near the beach, but if you've ever seen a movie with a beach cabin, or you've been to the beach, you know that they're on these huge pillars, and they're driven really deep into the ground. They're either big pylons or they're made out of concrete. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? You ever seen a house up on stilts? Okay. Those are pillars. So I want you to picture the 5 things I'm fixing to tell you. Those are going to be the pillars for your health, for you to have durable health, just like those cabins are durable in a storm. How many of you want durable health? Anybody? Yeah. So when the storms of life are coming at you, you're going, hey, I can shake that. I've got this. Well, the 5 core pillars, the first thing I'll tell you about is called the Isoline Shake, and it is a meal replacement shake. And before you get your panties in a wad, it's not a shake that's going to taste bad. I was so like, I'm not living on shakes. I have to eat, right? And I don't live on shakes, but they are a huge part of my nutrition. And I'll tell you why. Because first of all, the shakes are delicious. You're going to crave them. Every shake that I had ever put in my mouth, aside from this program, really didn't taste that great. I'd have to add honey or fruit or anything else to try to just choke it down. But I thought, well, it's good for me. I need it. Not with this. It was so good that I ran into my husband's office and I said, this stuff cannot be any good for us. And he's like, why? I said, because it tastes good. How many of y'all heard the saying, if it tastes good, spit it out, right? Because it's not good for you. So it tastes really, really good. And the other thing was I was afraid it wouldn't keep me full. Well, it's definitely a perfectly balanced meal. And what that means is your body recognizes it as such. So the macronutrients are perfect. So if you're a big athlete or if you're a workout buff and you know how critical it is to balance those macros, this is it. The meal prep is done. I get a healthy meal for myself for my meal prep and a healthy meal for my grandbaby starting at 6 months old. My grandbaby started on this shake at 6 months old. And so with the shake, your carbs, your fat, your fiber, and your protein are all balanced. There's 24 grams of protein in one shake. We also have shakes with 36 grams of protein. And not all protein is equal. So I know that you may have ways that you're getting protein in right now, but I don't know if you do a little research, it's real important that you can metabolize it and utilize the protein. Patricia, can you put your phone on mute? Patricia, can you hear me? Just touch your screen and put your phone on mute. And any of you guys who are not on mute, if you would just mute out. Amy, I don't know who's in on from your group, but can you go on as a master and mute out the lines? That's better. Thank you. Okay, great. Sorry, guys. I didn't know if y'all could hear that, but I so could. So with the protein, your body being able to assimilate that, it's 91% bioavailable to the human body. It's a grade 7 protein. We source from New Zealand because we look for a perfectly clean source that's done in a very natural way. And the amino acid chains in the profile have never been altered they've never been chemically treated, salt treated, or heat treated. It's a cold filtration process. So what does that mean to you as the consumer? It means that protein and the amino acid profile and the nutrients and the enzymes and all of that the molecular structure's never been messed with. And so your body can recognize it, utilize it. But let me tell you some cool things. If you have a pencil, I want you to write this word down. I want you to write down the word glutathione. And I'll come back to that. But have you guys ever seen Legos where little kids are building like ships with Legos? You can take that same Lego and you can tear that construction apart and you can build, say, a house or something else with the same Legos. Is that true? Oh my. Okay. You guys would push mute. Mute out your lines for me, guys. I hear a blender going off or something. Okay. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So, train of thought here. So back to the shakes. Whenever you back to the Legos, I want you to picture the amino acid profiles, kind of like the Legos. When you consume the shake, those proteins or the amino acid chains are broken apart, kind of like the Legos, and they're sent out to different parts of the body to do different things. So one of my favorite parts about the shake is the amino acid profile help to balance brain chemistry. So dopamine levels, serotonin levels, that kind of thing. That's why on the first night of having a shake, I slept all night. Literally because it started to help balance the chemistry in my brain to help me get a deep sleep. So it is food, guys. We do not claim to heal, treat, prevent, or cure anything. But if you feed the body what it needs, you remove from the body what doesn't belong there, the body knows how to work. Your body is the miracle. And so if you guys have ever had a surgery, you know that when the doctor cuts you open to create some kind of, or to do a surgery, does the doctor heal your body or does your body heal itself from the wound that he creates? Have you thought about that? Okay, so your body really knows how to heal itself. So let's take out what doesn't belong there. Let's put in what does belong there and see what happens. So that's what my family started doing. And this is what we started seeing was that I was no longer having major problems with digestion either. I used to have a huge problem with digestion. My husband hasn't had to take one acid reflux pill in 5 years, and he lived on 2 a day just to sustain life. He was so miserable with the acid reflux and stuff. And so literally it just helped to regulate him and to balance the gut function. But again, feed the body what it needs and let it go to work. But with the shake, not only does it have the protein that you can assimilate to build lean tissue. Now your muscles, of course, are lean. So all of the athletes that I work with love the fact that they can really start to bulk up quicker than they were able to before. But even if you're not, lean tissue is everything internal as well. And so you need to feed that body. There's 242 nutrients in one shake. The other thing that I said, the glutathione word that I was telling you about, the building blocks that we have here, we have these amino acid chains and these Lego blocks, as I like to refer to them as. They're broken apart and sent out to also create glutathione. That is actually what it does is one of the amino acids is actually a precursor for your body to create its own glutathione. Every cell in your body, you have over 100 trillion, every cell in your body literally has the ability to create its own super duper, most powerful antioxidant on the planet, and it's in your body and it's made in each of your cells to detox, to help your body rid itself of impurities that you come in contact with, unbeknown to you most of the time, either through air, water, food, lotion, however you're getting it in. But the glutathione production is really amped up. So as soon as you start taking the shake, you will start to start a very mild detox, which is a good thing. So it's cool that you can nurture their body with 242 nutrients, live enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, all this great stuff. And you're also helping the body to start ridding itself of things that do not belong there. The second thing on the pillar of health that I was telling you about for that durable health is the Cleanse for Life. And the Cleanse for Life is an amazing botanical rich vitamin. It's just loaded with tons of minerals and vitamins and botanicals, but it's actually helping your body to detox on a cellular level. So the Cleanse for Life, the word cleanse used to make me think I was going to have to hang out on the pot, right? This is not a poopy cleanse. This is a cellular cleanse. And so what happens is your body goes into that cleansing mode to help rid itself of impurities, again, that you've come in contact with. But the Cleanse for Life really just helps your body to facilitate its natural cleansing process that it does anyway, but that it's so bogged down and overloaded with what our standard American diet is today. And of course, we know that that's a sad diet, standard American diet, because your body we come in contact with so many things, chemicals, and every other thing that do not belong in our body, and they literally become trapped in our cells. And so what we look for in the Cleanse for Life is the body's ability to be able to remove on a cellular level. So we're talking blood cells, we're talking brain tissue, breast tissue, lymphatic system. Every cell in your body is able to start detoxing. The other thing about the Cleanse for Life is it really helps to amp up the immune system, and it's amazing for mental clarity. You'll notice that I used to walk into a room and couldn't remember why I walked in there, so it's nice to actually know why I go places now. I know why I'm there. The third product is called the Ionic Supreme, and we call this our happy juice. The Ionic Supreme, guys, OMG, if there was one big yes, right. I see people blowing kisses to the Ionic Supreme. Yay. But the Ionic Supreme is amazing. There's 98 trace minerals in one shot glass. Yes, 1 ounce. So you can take up to 4 ounces a day. But with the Ionic Supreme, you're going to take that little jewel down it right first thing in the morning when your feet hit the floor and watch what happens. Because there's adaptogenic herbs also in this amazing trace mineral blend of chelated minerals, the adaptogenic herbs help your body to cope. It just helps you to adapt to whatever you need. So it helps you to de-stress. This is the most awesome natural stress reducer you can imagine. It lowers cortisol levels in the body, so it helps with the middle fluff. If you guys probably don't have the fluff, but it helps with the midsection fluffs because of the amped up cortisol levels. So it really just kind of helps you have a more even keel on life. My mood swings that I was telling you about, they kind of balanced out. This was a key player in my mood swings. And so it's also a very big deal with helping the body to go into that natural rhythm for you to get into a nice deep sleep at night. I have a friend that we started on this program, and she was reliant on medicine to go to sleep, as well as medicine for pain for a condition she had. And within 2 weeks, she was able to release all pain meds from this labeled condition she had, where she kind of hurt all over her body and they didn't know why, and it was connective tissue and all that good stuff. But she was able to release those within 2 weeks because it helps that much with inflammation and pain within any region of the body. And this is a key thing why I no longer have pain in my spine from my scoliosis as well. And so it was just huge for me. The other thing, the fourth thing that is the pillar that I was telling you about, is called the vitamin pack. And it's literally a pack of vitamins that you just tear open. There's a morning pack and an evening pack. Guys, I used to spend $800 a month and have organic supplements and vitamins shipped to my home from Utah. I'm telling you, this is a drop in the bucket. So I save a ton of money. Now, I know the average family doesn't do that. But if you remember back to the first part of this call when I said that you'll take a bullet for your kid, I was doing everything. I didn't care what the cost was, anything I could think of naturally to help detox her. And I promise you, this has been a blessing for our family. Not only are we, all of us, healthier than we've ever been in our life, and I'm obviously older than I've ever been in my life, but we also save a ton of money through food, because this is our groceries now, and with the vitamins. And so With the vitamin pack, there's your CoQ10, your D3, your resveratrol, your essential fatty acids, and actually our fish oils come from the Norwegian Sea because we're looking again for a pure source where there's no contamination. They're vegetable wraps, so they're definitely highly bioavailable to your body. You're not going to be belching them up through the day. You know, I used to take vitamins and you could taste them or they feel like they're hung in your throat. None of that with these. So that was really good for me. I have to take one at a time because I'm just a wimp like that, but they're easy to go down and they don't have any backup with that. The other thing is your vitamin C is in there as well. And then the fifth pillar of health, your multivitamin is also in there, and they're very gender specific. So your multivitamin for women, they're going to be, they're formulated to work with how our bodies are wired and our hormones and the things that we need. There's extra calcium for bone density in there. The men's have extra saw palmetto and zinc, things for prostate health and how their body's wired. So they're very specific to each gender. And then the fifth thing that's in the core product pack that I was telling you about is Product B Isogenesis. And I do not even have enough time to tell you anything about isogenesis except for I take more than the recommended number, I can tell you for sure, because it is the mother of all anti-aging products, and it literally supports your telomeres. So if you have a pencil and you're writing down things, write down the word telomere. That's something that I really want you to take time. This is your body. This is your life. I encourage you to do this. You can go to a website called The Product B as in boy, discovery.com, and you can watch videos on this two little magic beans, that these capsules that are in this vitamin pack. But the isogenesis is telomere support that's at the end of your chromosomes. It literally protects your DNA, your genetic code, who you are, how long do you live, and it supports the telomeres at the end of your chromosomes so that you can live a healthier, longer life. I don't know about you, but I'm all about being healthy as long as I'm on this planet. When I'm no longer here, I'm not going to care. But while I'm here, I want to feel good. I want to have energy. I want to, be able to reach out and help people do the same thing. I'm super passionate about helping people get their life back and about living life to its fullest while we're here. And so that's pretty much the 5 core products. I'm going to wrap all this up and tell you that to get your program, if you decide that you want to get more information, research it to death, do whatever you want to do. But it's only $29 a year to have your own membership, guys. Where I live, there's a Sam's Club, and it's more than that, and they don't have anything healthy. There are very few things healthy, and it hasn't changed my life any eating there. And whenever I started using the Isogenics program, and this may be hard for you guys to swallow, but it really did save me money, because where I live, I don't know about you guys, but where I live, a meal is about $10 a person. And if I were going to go out and eat 2 meals a day on the road, say it was for work or whatever, that cost me, if I was going to do 68 meals in a month, that cost me $680. Probably where you guys live too, or maybe more. Well, the 30-day system is one of the most popular packs. And guys, you don't have to get a pack. There's no minimum anything with this company. When you have an account, it's your account. You shop in a shopping cart, get what you want. But when you do a pack, you save a ton of money. And I'm pretty frugal. I'm all about saving money. But with the 30-day system, it's the 5 things I just shared with you. And it's everything you need to really get your health on track and to make a wow factor in your body that you'll be so grateful for that you will never, ever want to quit. And so the 30-day system with the vitamin pack is $385. Now, without the vitamin pack, if you want to do the 3 pillars of health, and some other goodies are in there as well, but it's 68 meals. 68 meals for $270 if you do it without the vitamin pack. And again, $270 is a cry different than $680. Would you agree? For the same 68 meals. However, they don't have 242 nutrients. They have not, I know before Isogenics, they had not changed my life any. I had all these health challenges that I don't have anymore because I changed what I was putting in my mouth. And boy, has it has it ever. I'll never go back. I can just tell you that for sure. There's also a value pack called I call it the family pack. It's called the President Value Pack. It's everything that's in a 30-day system, 68 meals, plus 10 more in the form of food bars, plus free membership, plus a blender and all kind of other snacks. I call this the full meal deal because it's everything you need to keep you from cheating and to keep you from wanting to eat the bad stuff. And speaking of cheating, the other thing that I'm grateful for is I no longer have cravings for bad food. I used to sit down and eat a bag of Oreos and think nothing of it. And this literally balances your body in such a way that the cravings for the crap go away. And so that's been a huge plus for me. But anyway, so that's kind of how it is. The value pack, the President's Pack, is $559 and it's $800 value. So when you're an associate, you get wholesale prices and you're able to buy these packs. And guys, to this day, I still buy packs because that's how much money I save by I'm going to use them anyway. Everybody in my household uses those 5 core products and then a whole lot more. But because it's a grocery store, go look at it. Go look online. Get the person who invited you on this call. Have them shoot you a link so that you can go in and look. And we have nothing to hide. You're going to get the wholesale prices. And I will share with you, remember I told you in the beginning, I wouldn't listen because I thought they wanted me to sell something. Guys, they couldn't shut me up. Once my health improved, the level that it improved, and my husband was off of all acid reflux meds, and he no longer had this lung condition that the doctors couldn't figure out. And I mean, our health was improving because we were detoxing, taking out of the body what doesn't belong there and putting into the body what does. And our bodies were going into this homeostasis mode where we were feeling good and our health was rocking. You can't shut me up about it now. So the good news is because I am passionate about helping people. If you have a family member or somebody you love or somebody you care about and they want to start eating healthier and using the program and having these great benefits that we get, then the company does give you some incredible rebates. And within 6 weeks' time of me sharing what I loved and helping people get their health back, in about a 6-week period, the company had given me $3,500 in rebates. I'm telling you what, my cable company hasn't ever given me $3,500 in rebates ever, much less just for sharing it with somebody else. But I don't know about where you live, but the grocery stores that I shop at, every day, even though I send people there, they don't give me a nickel back for helping people shop at that grocery store. And so there's 100% money back guarantee. That was my safety net, because if I didn't like it, it was going back and I was getting my money back. And that is a true statement. If you ate all 68 meals and you have 30 days to see if you like it, and you don't like it and you've eaten everything, you've had everything in the program, doesn't matter. They still give you your money back. So I referred to let's go back to the grocery store. How many of you guys ever went to a grocery store, brought them your receipt for, I don't know, $100 or $2 or $600 or any amount of money, said I've eaten all of these groceries and they did not make me feel good. I want my money back. Has that happened where y'all live? No. So you have 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and the company could not offer that, or would not offer that, in my opinion, if they did not know that if you gave it a whirl that your health would improve. And you don't have to tell a living soul, but do for yourself what is going to help you be the best you that you can be. So if you have a question, just unmute. You can touch your screen and you can unmute yourself. I'd love to answer questions if you guys have any. No questions? Okay, that's great. That means either I did a really good job or I scared you guys to death. Okay, got 2 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thanks, Paige, for participating. You guys have an awesome, awesome night. Hope you have a very blessed Christmas. It's a great time of year to get healthy, so do not keep pushing this off. Okay, guys? Have a great night. Thanks so much for giving us your time tonight and being on here. We really appreciate you. Take care, guys. Talk to you later. Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Be safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You bet. My pleasure.
Thanks so much.
You bet.